What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You already know what time it is. This is your boy, the historian. We have the pregame show for you today. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button when you come on in. We got you set up for this week. Michael Penix makes his debut and so much more. College football playoffs. We got a lot to talk about today. Y'all sit back, relax, grab a plate, and come on in. We got you covered. Welcome to all the folks that are on X, YouTube, Facebook, and other platforms that we stream from. We definitely appreciate you coming through. This is a show where the fans can come in and talk a little trash today and talk about what you see, what you like, what you're looking forward to. Hey, you know how we get down, but let's go ahead and talk about the obvious. The man that is on my right, Mr. Michael Penix Jr., makes his debut. As you can see, I got Mr. Michael Vick on the left, and I got to have the Vic jersey because guess what? The last time we had a left-handed quarterback, he was dynamic as hell. What's going on, Grum? Shout out to those folks over there on the X platform. I'm going to go ahead and post the link in the chat for you guys so you guys can come on through. But, man, this is a beautiful thing today. We finally get to see our rookie play today, but what warranted this was Kirk Cousins' bad play. But you know what? It is what it is at this point. It's not a bad thing that we got Kirk Cousins sitting on the bench. Guess what? If you're a leader like you say you are, help the young man get his stuff together when he's in there. He sees something that he's not familiar with. This is what comes with being a team player. You called and gave the man your job. Go ahead and help this man on the sideline and help this kid grow and develop because he's the future of this franchise. So, getting back to it, man, it's a beautiful day. We're playing the New York Giants. I think this is a game that the Falcons can win. Not going to say it's going to be easy, but I do think that it's going to be a game that the Falcons cannot walk in and take lightly. They've got to handle their business. This is pretty much what it is. They've got to handle their business. They've got to put themselves in a position to succeed. We don't want to get behind the sticks too many times with the young guy. We don't want to get behind on the scoreboard either. We don't want to give these guys any kind of incentive to think that they're going to come in our house and win. Now, right now, they're trying to tank to get a quarterback, but they wouldn't mind taking a win either and spoiling somebody's season. This is just what it is. The Falcons have to win the next 3 games to at least have a shot at the playoffs. You got a chance to bump Washington next week if you beat them, but you got to beat New York first, Washington, and then Carolina. This sets up well for the young guy. He comes in, he gets to face a terrific front four, whether they're backups or starters. The one thing that we know that the Giants keep is defensive linemen and linebackers. This is something that we're going to see. But at the end of the day, this is a proving ground for this cat. So it's just got to be one of these things, man. And at the end of the day, I'm liking what I'm hearing. He's definitely guys stayed after practice with this kid earlier this week just to get some reps in and to get everything squared away. So before I start bringing everybody in or whatnot, get through my little soliloquy, we'll bring you guys in. I also got a special guest coming on today who hasn't been in here in a while, but definitely can't wait to get him on. But there are a lot of things that the Falcons are going to have to do in this game. Get Penix comfortable, take the pressure off of him by running Bijan Robinson and also running Tyler Algier. You gotta lean on the running game, and then get the tight ends involved, and then you got to get Kadero Hodge involved because Kadero has been working with this dude pretty much while he was learning the playbook and being a backup. So at this point, you got to have some familiarity with Michael Penix Jr. and also get him comfortable with being able to get the ball out there. So without further ado, we got 2 guests coming in the building. We got William Amy and we got Winston Thornton. Hey, Winston, man, turn on your camera, man.
Yo. Oh, man, shit,
hey, turn on your camera, bro.
I was about to hop in the shower, man. I got a Christmas party to get to. I just peeped on. I was tune in. I want to say a couple of words. I was going to get on out your way.
What you got?
Well, number one, first and foremost, Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry early Christmas to everybody.
You said it wrong, boy. It's Merry Christmas. Pinky's in the building.
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta call you Pinky, dog, because you came in with the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the season of giving. You feel me? Yes, I'm trying to give a little hype, a little hope towards this game this good evening. But first and foremost, appreciate having me on. What's happening, William? How you feeling? And gotta run the rock. Gotta run the rock. I don't want Penix to have to throw over 22 times this game. If he throw over 22 times this game, there is a failure at some phase of this game. Either it's in the run game or it's in the defense. He should not have to throw over 22 times this game. I want y'all to mark that. He should not have to throw over 22 times this game unless he's just cooking. Now, if he's cooking, go for it. But you want this game should be a time possession control game where we're just enforcing our will on them. You want Penix to get comfortable with the speed of the NFL game, but you don't want him to have to overexert himself his first game. See what I'm saying? It's baby stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's baby stuff. It's enough pressure already on him. You got $100 million man sitting behind you. You coming in the last 3 games of the season, in the midst of a playoff hunt. There's enough pressure. I need Zach Robinson to be the OC that what Morris told us he was. He was the new up and coming innovative hot ticket. All right, show that. Make this game easy for your rookie quarterback. Make this game extremely easy for your rookie quarterback. I want to see some early, just to get him in rhythm. Get him in rhythm. Now I want to see Bijan. I want to see Tyler Algier. If you need slab Warner back there, let him play H-back. That's cool. But make the game easy for Michael Penix. Defense is going to do what it's going to do. Like, Giants, I'm not worried about that offense. I mean, I think Tracy got hurt. The running back, he got hurt.
Tracy got hurt.
Yeah, so Malik Neighbors is the only person you really got to worry about on that offense. All right. AJ, do what you're supposed to do. Rest of y'all, go hunting. Just go hunting. Now, the biggest thing is just make the game easy on Penix. Do not have that man throwing over 22 times. Penix, at the end of this game, his stats should be somewhere like 16 for 22, like 220, 1 or 2 touchdowns.
Yep. And he should have like an 80%, and he should have an 80% QBR by the end of this game. At least 80 or above.
Just make it easy on him. You don't have to take the D shot. We know he got that. We know he got it. And if it's there, go take it. And that's the thing with Penix though. Penix is not. He's not built on checking down. If it's open down deep, he gonna give you a shot. And what you gonna do with it, that's on you. But he's going to give you a shot. And his downfield actually is amazing. But that was in college. This is the NFL. So we need to see that in the NFL. But I don't think that we have to press the ball up the field like such for him, you know what I'm saying, for us to win this game. Now, if it's there, take it. I want my young QB to recognize I have this shot. I'm going to go take it. But I don't want him to sit there to have to force it down because we're 10-10. You know what I'm saying? Or we're 17-17 in the last 6 minutes of the game. Because if that's the case, somewhere else along the line, there's been a failure, either in the run game or in the defense. Make the game easy on your rookie quarterback.
That's what's up. Don't be calling here butt naked no more. I'm telling you that now.
Oh no, hey, butt naked. I ain't butt naked. I have my hair all over the place. I ain't got my hairband in.
No, I get it. But man, tell the folks where they can find you. I know you got to get that shower in and get to that party and turn into Pinky or whatever with that pimp suit. You know what I'm saying? And give some Christmas cheer.
Catch me and my partner John Harris on the eye test on Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Atlanta Falcons on Century. We start off talking Falcons. Ain't no telling where the conversation will go, but you can enjoy the ride along the way. Catch us on YouTube and on Facebook. The eye test Facebook group. Just tune in, man. We have fun every time. Appreciate you,
That's
bro.
what's up. I appreciate you coming through.
Happy
Will,
holidays,
what's
bro.
up?
What's going on?
Man, what's up? What you got?
Oh, no, man. Just keep it simple. Run the ball, man. And defense, get off on third downs and special teams. Get you some block punts you did last week, or keep the field and keep the team opposite team from getting 30 in the special team side. But like I said, we can run the block with Tyler J and Bijan Robinson.
That's all you got? You normally got a
Yeah,
hell of a
that's
lot to
all I
say
got.
today.
I think it's a blowout though, man. I think we're gonna blow them out. Like I said, we run the block, we chew the clock up, defense get turnovers, and we'll be fine. I'm sorry about the noise and all that. My tire went flat on me when I came back from Atlanta, man. But it ain't happened until I got the cooler, so I gotta get me a new tire from Marvin's Tires right now. So I was gonna be a little short. I'm gonna be at the party. You know what I'm saying? Hope it ain't no benedictionary. So yeah, we good.
Hey man, we not trying to have a benediction, man. Don't speak that into existence. Stop it. So listen, when you put negative energy in the air, negative things happen. We got to start speaking this positive stuff. I've been telling folks this mess. And anytime we speak negative, bad things happen. So we can't do that, man. It's what it is. Look, today is gonna be a good day. We need him to have a great rookie debut today. So definitely appreciate you coming through, man. I know you were saying you got to get that tire, man. Get that thing fixed, man. Don't be out here driving on a donut forever, man.
Nah, it ain't popped up to me until I got the poodle. When I went to Walmart, they was closed, in short style. So it was like around 5 or 6 o'clock. I was trying to get a new tire. Like, oh, we closed. I like, man. Then when I was riding back on, going by like West Savannah way by Louisville Road and going downtown Savannah, it popped on. I'm like, damn. So thank God the police officer pulled me over. Like, man, don't ride your car, man. Your car might catch on fire. I said, good, let it catch on fire. Yeah, man. But yeah, he's trying to make sure I be safe on the holiday. You know how it is, man. Trying to make sure
Hey
I
man,
safe.
we got you covered, dog.
All right, I'm gonna be in the after game, man. I'm gonna be at the back.
All right. See you then, bro.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, normally folks stay on a little bit longer, but today we got somebody hitting the Christmas party, and we got my man Will trying to get his tire fixed. Normally Will be staying on here till the end, but it's okay today. But let's talk about it though. Now that was something that Mark Schlereth talked about this week, where he spoke on why Michael Penix got the job and what the mantra is when you talk about Denver and Atlanta's following that same protocol. Think about it. Denver had Russell Wilson with all that money they paid him. They cut him and have Bo Nix. They're paying Russell, but they have Bo Nix for the cheap. They're literally following that. Now, here's the thing. Kirk only got benched because he was playing bad. He wasn't going to see the bench probably until next year. This was supposed to be Kirk's year to do something with it. And as we told people before, the Falcons, yes, a 4-year contract for $180 million. We're only on the hook for really 2 years. Terry set up that contract where it was front loaded so we can get out of it at least by the 3rd year. Us cutting him this year is pretty much going to cost the Falcons $27 million when it comes to it. But I got 2 guests coming through. I got one of my content creators, my partners, one of my brothers coming through. We got Chris Tipmore, and I got one of my mentors who it was like a father figure to me that I played football for back in the day when I played semi-pro. And he's definitely running the women's league, doing a few things, and he's also running a little company called Militech that's actually starting to get big in the NFL and college ball. We got Coach Terry McGriff in the building. What's going on, Chris? What's going on, Coach?
Hey, man, I'm just down here at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, man, just, getting ready for the debut of Michael Penix Jr. I said it's still early. People are kind of trickling in. I've seen a lot of Giants fans, but, they traveled anyway. But going to be very exciting. Michael Penix, he was out, practicing on the field earlier, warming up, getting his mind together. My expectations is not too huge for Michael Penix. I'm not going to put too much on Michael today. Just, find your check downs, don't turn the ball over, and, so just be as efficient as you possibly can. There's no way we can, as Falcon fans, can ask Michael Penix to come in and save our season at 7-7. Just go out there and do your best and forget the rest, You know, man. How y'all feeling in here today, though, man? Y'all ready, Falcons fans? Y'all ready?
Oh yeah.
Happy holidays too.
Hey man, look at it like this, man. I think what's gonna happen today, we're gonna pretty much move the chains with our running backs, and we're gonna take the ball out of the kid's hands. Because at this point, we don't need to put that much on his shoulders. If he starts to cook, let him cook and let him go. Throw the ball. But all I'm saying is we need to lean on our veterans. Honestly, get him comfortable with throwing in rhythm. Give him some short routes with Kyle Pitts, Darnell Mooney, Drake. Give him some routes that he can get comfortable. And once he gets comfortable where he can pick you apart underneath, let him throw over the top because we know he got a cannon for an arm.
He definitely has an arm. I expect to see his arm today. I do expect to see that. Seeing Zach Robinson, he was taking a close look at Michael Penix when he was out there throwing. So I'm expecting to see something. I don't expect to see the kitchen sink, but I do expect to see something.
I'm gonna be honest with you though, A1. You should expect to see the kitchen sink after I watched that Zach Robinson press conference. Zach Robinson finna get a hit bag today. I'm finna tell you, it was one thing Zach Robinson said. Y'all talking about let him run the ball, man. Let me tell you something. That boy finna throw that ball today. Zach Robinson basically let you know in that press conference, yes. He let you know, yes, we really finna get activated now. Because not only can you, that's the question I've been asking myself. What plays can he run in our playbook? When he said they ran 70 plays, that told me all I need to know. That man finna throw that ball. So if they got 70 plays, A1, tell me when the last time you seen us run 70 plays outside them 15 that we kept doing with Kirk Cousins. We didn't even know we had 70 plays.
No, that's true.
I'm wondering what plays does he have that he couldn't run with Kirk Cousins that he can. Because like I tell everybody, Zach Robinson not here for Kirk Cousins. He was here for Penix in the first place. So what plays do they have?
You in the portal
that nobody has seen all season.
Hey, Rich, hold up. You was in the portal, man.
Season.
Rich, you're freezing up, bro. You gotta try to reset that or whatever. Yeah, you were freezing up.
No, but he making good points, man. He is.
Wait a minute. He didn't even let me introduce him coming in here, and then he jumped Coach McGriff. I know we excited, dog. We gotta have some decorum in here.
You gotta have some order.
My bad.
Hey, hold on. I'm just messing with you, bro.
We gotta have some order.
We gotta have some order in here. But you know what, though, fellas? That's how you know the excitement is in the city. That's how you know the buzz is with the Falcons right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just messing with you, Rich, but I'm just saying, bro, this is how you know the excitement is in here. Everybody jumping in and chiming in, and they ready for this, bro. They've been ready for this all year. And speaking of that, Coach McGriff, it's been a long time since you've been in here. These two have been in here more than you as of late, but I know you've been a busy man with a Militech doing your thing or whatnot. Talk a little bit about how you would go about it, because Coach actually was an offensive coordinator at one point and defensive coordinator.
Hey, fellas, real quick, I got to slide out and everything, but I'm going to touch base with y'all in a minute, man. Have a great game. Let's go, Michael Penix. Let's go, Atlanta Falcons. Let's get this win versus the Giants, man, and better our playoff chance.
Most definitely. Tell them where they can find you at, A1.
Hey, man, A1 Forever Sports, that's a platform on YouTube, man. We're going to have a post game, man, too, so make sure y'all show up for that as well. You know, I said, I'm just looking forward. I'm going to be closely looking at this game today, man. It's just to see what the future is going to bring, man, you know, so I'm happy to see it. Again, TikTok, the real A1 Forever, Twitter and Instagram, A1 Forever as well. Y'all take care, man. Y'all be good. I'll be checking it out.
All right. Appreciate you, Chris. Hey, y'all check that brother out. He puts a lot of good work in, a lot of great content in, and he definitely does his thing. So, Coach McGriff, how would you attack this as being a former offensive coordinator, and then also and I'm going to bring it back to you, Rich, but also how would you look at him as a defensive coordinator, because you've coached on both sides of the ball, high school, college, and then semi-professional league. How would you attack this young man, and how would you use this young man?
You talking about Penix?
Yes.
Well, first of all, let's get some perspective on all this. Playing the Giants today, it's a get right game. Yeah, okay. You do everything that you are going to do as if you were doing a scrimmage today, because you got a lot of leeway. Obviously, you're playing another NFL team, so you can't take anybody for granted. But if there was room for error, this team gives you a lot of room for error for a young quarterback to come in and cut his teeth, make his mistakes, and learn from them without necessarily putting the team in a big hole. Obviously, you can't go out there and throw in pick sixes and stuff like that and giving up free points. But you don't have to put everything and be real tight in this game. You can run your normal playbook with him, confident in knowing what he runs well in practice. You know what he do good. You know what he doesn't do good. And like everybody's showing, you got a lot of enthusiasm as you kind of got a reset. I look at it like with Florida Gators kind of had their reset when they got their real quarterback in there for the future. You got your quarterback in there for the future. He's going to give you a shot of enthusiasm. He's going to give everybody new hope. Let that guy go see what he can do. Obviously, you can't just say he's a finished product right here, but you'll get a preview of what the future going to hold. So let him go play. Go, don't hold nothing back. Now, don't do stupid. Don't get cute. Don't go out there and try to do stuff that's out of character. But whatever that young man does, let him do what he do and let the chips fall where they may, because you got a lot of room for error because you're playing the Giants.
And then with us having the 7-7 record at this point, Rich, I want to ask you this. With the 7-7 record that we have at this point, you look at what the Falcons are still trying to do, because the Falcons still have a chance to win the division and have a chance to get into the playoffs if they take care of these next 3 games. What do you expect out of Zach Robinson offensively? Because it seems like ever since Jerry Gray started calling that defense, we've actually been able to compete and keep the offense in ball games.
I honestly, that's why that question has been on my mind so much. Like, ever since they made the change, and I watched the interview, because you know me, I see the clip, and I'm not a clip person. I need to see the whole interview to get the context. So for you to say 70 plays, I haven't seen 70 plays that you ran with Kirk Cousins. I think that's another reason why we've been getting beat offensively, because with Kirk has never had a vertical game. So the playbook you keep trying to run, I never really saw it working with him. I'm thinking you're going to play action bootleg, some stuff that he been doing. You want to implement a Matthew Stafford type of offense, which Kirk doesn't have the arm for. And I knew that from the beginning. So I don't think that Kirk is a shell of himself. I just think he burnt out his arm, because he's passing, 30, 40 times a game? And he's never had a vertical game to begin with. So it makes me wonder what plays, when you say 70 plays, this is just my opinion. I haven't seen 70 plays out the Falcons. I'm just
it's the honest to God truth.
It's like the same thing every week.
I'm gonna tell you what I always notice in every game. The first 20 plays, even if we don't get it the first time, we at least get it the second time, and then the offense fall apart. Because I feel now that you saying 70 plays, I'm like, oh, so y'all do got a real play sheet. So now it makes me wonder, were you only calling them 20 and then you keep trying to mix them same 20 up and the defense caught on too? You see what I'm saying? Versus you pulling out the other 50. Because remember what we kept saying, right now the offense is vanilla. They don't want to show everything. Maybe it's not they didn't want to show everything. Maybe it's they couldn't show everything. You see what I'm saying? Because he has no vertical game. Once we hit that Denver game, I understood what they were really trying to do, because the only reason Denver could put the pass rush on us is because his release wasn't fast enough and he couldn't leave the pocket. So why wouldn't we blitz him if we know he can't get it down the field? That's why I kept saying with our defense, get out this zone, play man, and if you get beat, you just get beat. It is what it is. So now you have a Michael Penix, which I ain't mean to be long-winded, but now you have a Michael Penix who can actually move around the pocket. He's not Michael Vick. I hate people keep saying that. He's not a runner. He lost that in Indiana or Indianapolis, wherever that was. So now it makes me wonder, because we keep saying Caleb McGarry is his blind side. How do we know that Caleb McGarry hasn't been practicing with them, throughout practice? We don't really know
Rich,
because,
I'm gonna stop you right there because I'm gonna have to get C-Dub on here, but I'm gonna stop you right there.
oh
Here's
yeah,
my
go
thing.
ahead.
You are what you are. Certain habits that you have grown accustomed to, that is who you are as a player. And that's just what it is. McGarry is a bully in run blocking. You can't take that away from him, but he's never been a great pass blocker. And you can tell. Here's the thing. What a great offensive lineman, as the late great Deacon Jones said, rest in peace, because he talked about Forrest Gregg. The great linemen have great hands, great feet, and also they got anticipation and they got the punch of a boxer. The thing is, McGarry does not have that as a pass blocker. He's okay, but at the end of the day, it's just like this. You are what you are once you get to that level. You can enhance certain things, you can try to fix certain things, but the habits that you have as a young guy is pretty much what as an old guy, as the old people would say, once a young fool, always an old fool. So nothing really changes. So we got C-Dub in the building. He's got his Michael Penix Jr. starter cap on or whatnot. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Just, look, got to have big Penix energy when you wake up, man. You just got to make sure you just put it out there and not be ashamed of it, all right? Now, look, I'm happy for the kid, all right? I'm happy for him. He's going to get a shot. Cool. I think, Raheem, we're going to see how much he sabotaged this kid for the love of Kirk. This is now going to be we're going to see what the seeds are about to be sown. Because think about it. Everybody was like, well, we've seen enough after one game. And that's only 12 snaps. So now you get your 12 snaps in. Now you move on. You get your, or that first game. And we're all like waiting for that second game to see what's up. Nothing. And he's saying, we saw what we need to see. And I'm going, really? Just, you that's it. And then we didn't see anything in training camp, mind you, because of facilities and all that. Wink, wink. But now I'm hearing how they had to really ramp up practice to kind of get him some snaps with the guys. And I'm going, well, wait a minute. If you were developing him like you said you were, why are we so frantically doing everything? I'm just saying, I'm more like this. I think Penix will be fine because what does he have to work with, as in the development of his coaching staff? Because unless his coaching staff isn't prepared, and we're going to find out, because look, those bullets are going to be live. People are going to come near him. He'll throw the ball. We'll see if the guys can make catches. I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to go in there. We're going to play well. I think we get a lead. And I'm like with everybody, run the ball. Just run the ball, grind them out. Once we get a double-digit possession, this offense isn't good, for the Giants. Just don't give them any hope. But I am wondering, how much did Raheem, the man wanted an elite processor. Problem was, someone gave him a 95 Windows disk and told him Kirk Cousins will be fine.
Here's the thing, C-Dub, and I'm gonna give you some pushback because
Yeah.
all of us know what it is with Raheem, and we all say like right now his first year he's not on borrowed time. But I'm gonna give you this: when all of your starters decide to stay back and work with the young guy in practice and get reps with this guy, that says a lot, because they're paid athletes. When they're done with their work, a lot of them dudes just go home, do whatever they do, work out, get treatment. Those guys are saying, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to work with the young guy. We're going to get our familiarity with this guy because we have to get used to catching his passes. We got to get used to that ball coming out quick. We got to get used. It's so many things that they have to get used to. But again, I think we're gonna be all right. I think the real test doesn't come this week. This is just a little something to get him used to being in the game.
Yeah.
Next week when we play Washington is going to be the real test. Now, without further ado, we have Mr. T. Will in the building today. Definitely watch him. He's slick as a duck without wings. He's a preacher's kid, so you know you can't trust him that much. So it is what it is.
And the man won't get you no breakfast. So watch him in the pregame.
I'm just playing. You know I got. Hold on. You know I got to cut up with you because I told you I was gonna get you back for that shot that you threw at me when I came in last time. Remember that. Don't think I forgot.
Apparently you didn't.
Hey, Ron's the elephant that Kurt couldn't shoot.
Hey,
hey T. Will, remember this here. That's my old coach at the top of the screen that you see, Mr. McGriff, right there. So he'll tell you exactly. I got a damn good memory, and I didn't let much slide. Trust me.
Hey man, look, we wouldn't love you if you didn't have that great memory.
What you got for us? Welcome.
Hey, thank you, man. First and foremost, thank you for having me, Ryan. Mr. McGriff, very nice to meet you. And
yes,
what a fine man you assisted in making. So I know you're proud every time you see him, and definitely every time you hear him. And I don't know what he's talking about, preacher's kid, because he got a future in the ministry anyway, but we'll get into that another time. We'll get into that another time. King Rich, how you doing, man? You all right?
No, he's on mute.
Rich, are you on mute, bro?
He got his mute on.
Yeah.
He got his mute on.
There he is.
Hey, let me jump in here before he get going. I just want to be the voice of reason. Look at the record. Look at the rest of the schedule, and look at your position. Everybody thinking doom and gloom right now, but a couple of victories, you're back in first place. You're hosting a playoff game. Okay, let's be realistic. There's no number one seed, but there's only one team in both conferences going to get that bye. So it's just time to prepare for late January. Okay, they're making what they think is going to help them get to late January. It might actually do Kirk Cousins some good to sit down to evaluate his position. Now, I don't know how true it is, but the rumors out there that they're going to get rid of Kirk. I don't know if that's the best decision.
Oh no, it's true. Adam Schefter reported it. You know, Schefter said that you know it's true.
So if you're cutting the man, it's more than football. It's more than what he's doing on the field. It's got to be some other stuff behind the scenes that they're being very graceful and not talking about. So we know who has the team and who they're going with right now. So everything is on the table. The kid is obviously ready enough for them to trust him at this point to put him out there. And this is the best time to get him out there to get his feet wet with a team that even if you play your C game, you should win because they don't have anything that should threaten the competent defense that the Falcons have right now. So if you win 9-6 like the old 79 Buccaneers, you'll be fine. You know, so and a win is a win. It doesn't matter whether you win by 7 or 47. The thing about it is everybody got to understand this team is built for the next 4-5 years. That's what they're building for. You know, anything that you
Who got the house phone on, man?
Oh, that's me. My bad. I'm getting text. That's me.
Okay, I was gonna say because I'm
breaking protocol. My bad. You know,
Terry Fontenot's trying to get a hold of him. Stop telling the secret.
Hey,
hold up.
Hey, actually, if you look down at my website, that was a text from Mike. Just so I didn't know you guys know. And I'm not trying to be a shameless plug, but I'm gonna do it.
Go ahead.
Because our Militech is one of our owners is Mike Smith, the all-time winningest coach of the Falcons. Him and Brian Billick. So while you guys put that out to all your people to look at that website because we're about to change football and baseball as you currently know it, and the historian will tell you that is happening.
And we're gonna go.
Now I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all want y'all to?
No. I got you on this before we let
you do your own investigation
with this one. Guess what? The Birdcage will be on board with a Militech, so we actually have one of our new sponsors coming on as well. So we got a little something that's working. So this is one of our first sponsors. We're still working out the details, so we got a little something going. So,
but what I'm saying is the Giants going to offer you this is a glorified preseason game that really counts on the books. I think they're going to surprise us today and do a lot better than everybody thinks. The key is can the defense hold them down until that kid gets comfortable. But knowing him, I've seen him play some games. You know, he's been a winner. Everywhere that young man has gone, they've won. I think
I think he's a little bit ahead of schedule of when they want to play him, but circumstances dictated that so that he plays now. But guess what? I believe that young man is up to the task. And y'all, I think it's going to be an exciting game today.
T. Will, what you got, man?
Hey,
I got two Terrys on. Look, I got two Terrys on the screen, man.
And hey, what a great name, Mr. McGriff. I gotta give it to you. You're already a guy, you know.
Hey, that's a godly name, don't you know?
Oh Lord, here you go. Look. Go ahead, Terry, before he gets started again.
Oh yeah, I know. It's fine. Look, I'm excited. I wanted to tell C-Dub hello. He's, you guys know he's my podcast co-host, so he dropped before I could say that. But anyway, if you see this, I acknowledged him. But no, in all seriousness, look, it's the young fella is starting the day. What an arm! What an arm! What an arm! What a talent! And I honestly think that the first time he throws that pass, these Falcon fans are going to lose their mind because they have no idea just how talented this kid is. As you guys were saying, it's good we're playing the Giants today. They're not a great offensive team, so hopefully, who wouldn't have nerves? Hopefully we can come out, settle the kid down, give him some easy throws, some easy looks, some real quick passes, get his confidence going, and hey, man, let's go get a victory. And like Coach McGriff said, look, if we win the next 3 games, there are 2 ways we can get in. One, we can win the division, but if we don't, if Washington loses, I think 2, I think we're in. So there are multiple paths to the playoffs. And look, as the Giants can allude to, they've won 2 Super Bowls, winning 9 games. So it can be done. Doesn't mean it's likely. Doesn't mean it's probable, but they can be done. Ryan, I'm like you. I've been very encouraged by the defense and the fact that we've gotten 13 sacks in 3 games. As a matter of fact, I think we have the most sacks in the last 3 games in the league. Talk about ironic. So, if we continue to do that, if we can continue to get that special teams effort that we got last week, although I think is Kadero Hodge playing today? Does anybody know? I know he was questionable.
Hodge is going to be on special teams, but I don't know if they got packages for him. But I think they need to go ahead and put some packages in for him. I've been clamoring for him all year because of his speed. And as I said before, the man has won 3 games for us this year. 3. Yeah. The New Orleans game earlier, what we threw the hunting ground party for the Birdcage in Atlanta a couple of months ago. He won that game on special teams when he scored that touchdown. And then when you look at it again, he wins the Tampa Bay game. At the end of that game, just come off the bench, catch it, and go. And then when you look at it, he's also one of the leading tacklers on special teams too. Outside of that, no one's talking about the fact that this man is a football player, not just a wide receiver. He is a football player and an HBCU product. He started off at Alcorn State, finished his career at Prairie View A&M, and came to Atlanta and has been paying dividends for us. Arthur Smith didn't know how to use the guy, and we all were like, oh, man, he's not that good. I'm like, no, I know this guy can play. I've watched him, and when you look at it and you look at how he blocked, think about it. The man blocked two punts last week against it's the Raiders. I get it. They are trash. I understand. But at the same time, you're talking about in the NFL being able to make plays like that, and he did it on back-to-back 3-and-outs. Yeah. So for a guy to be that consistent and making plays on special teams the way that he's making, you keep him around.
Absolutely.
You keep this guy around. Because if Drake goes down, God forbid, knock on wood, or Mooney continues to have that Achilles, tightness or whatever, guess what? You got him. You got a guy who's proven and a guy who can produce. Yep. So at this point, T. Will, I'm with you on that. I want to see more packages with this guy on the field.
Yeah.
I want to tell y'all something I would like to see, especially going forward with him now. More moving the pocket and not having being set stationary. You got a kid, he's more mobile than Kirk Cousins. You change the launch point on the dip. This guy can throw it anywhere on the field.
Yeah.
And I guess he hit the portal real quick. I'm gonna wait till he get back up. I'm gonna put him back up as soon as his screen come back on, because I think he had a call come in or something. But as Coach was saying, a guy that can move around in the pocket. Rich talked about it earlier when he said they're going to have a 70-play package for him, which means that they were limiting that play sheet, as Rich said earlier. They limited
But you
that
know
play
what
sheet.
the best thing about the whole thing is? Nobody got film on him but college in the preseason game. So they don't. Only way you can really prepare for him is to know he got an arm. Other than that, you can't really prepare because you have no film. So that's why I'm real positive about it, because you're talking about 3 games. It took them at least 5 to 6 games to get film on Kirk.
Right.
So 3 games should if they do the playbook the way they should and run some misdirections and everything, because now you have somebody that can move the pocket. We haven't even seen a misdirection for real. All they do is go in orbit protection.
Hold up. Will, we got a brand new kicker, man. We talked about this Thursday. He came on his name. He pretty much came to Atlanta or whatnot. Younghoe Koo's been put on IR. We have a new kicker, and he has an 88. He has an 80-something% kicking rate or whatnot. His name's Riley Patterson. He came out of Memphis. If you don't know about him, go ahead and look him up, because y'all can't just keep saying ludicrous things in the chat right now, man. Come on. Like normally I don't ever normally I address things like that, but this is a kid or whatnot that's got a pretty much an 88% field goal attempt percentage. He's made 59 out of 67 field goals that he's kicked in his career. His longest was 53, and he's got 50 touchbacks. So again, he's active on the Falcons roster. He will be playing today. So yes, we have a kicker. So I'm sorry, I kind of had to address that
all right,
or whatnot, because Younghoe Koo ain't shaving points today, ladies and gentlemen. We actually got a kicker.
You know what really made me respect Raheem today, though, and nobody's really talking about it. And at first, I was sort of maybe Raheem need to go, but today really made me respect Coach Raheem, because you know what he did today? Brought Chris Blair up.
As he should have. That's remember when we said familiarity with these backup receivers that Penix got? Yeah. Chris Blair is another Prairie View A&M guy.
And Casey Washington hurt, so he can't use him. So they brought a wide receiver. But see, a lot of teams wouldn't have done stuff like that. They'd have just been like, no, you need to throw to the ones. But instead, that shows the team resilience and coaching too, because the team go on, bring them up. Coaching all right, bring them up, because he already got familiarity with them. So all the receivers got to do is watch him catch a pass or two from him. Oh, I just need to adjust like this. Oh, I just need to turn like this, because we got real wide receivers on our team. You seen what Darnell Mooney did when he got his high school quarterback. Look, I need
Rich.
you.
Remember when we said it's a bunch of diamonds on the HBCU level for players, right?
Yeah.
We got 2 wide receivers on this team. Not one, we got 2. Chris Blair came out of Alcorn State, and then you also, like we said, Kadero Hodge, Alcorn State, and he transferred to Prairie View A&M. You got 2 guys that could start in the league right now, if you want to be honest, on this team. They were, as I said before, they better start combing these smaller HBCUs and these Division II schools. I'm telling you, it's a lot of talent out there, and the scouting department's got to get better with evaluating talent so we can actually win ball games, because it's a lot of talent, not just on the big levels. We see them on the lower levels, because let's be real. You saw a 5-star quarterback last night in Nico Imaleva that got paid $8 million last night and literally had was served a 42-piece wing, extra sauce, no napkins, and Ohio State kept it messy last night. Let's talk about it.
Son, who have I been constantly telling you I think is going to be the best quarterback coming out of the draft that nobody knows about?
Talking about the kid out of North Dakota State. No, I mean South Dakota State that you were talking about.
No, the best. Yeah, he's the best college quarterback I've seen come out of college in years. Nobody knows
watched
about
that game too. Which colors are they? The ones in the green and yellow?
That's North Dakota State. South Dakota, they was in all white yesterday.
Yeah. That number 11 is a beast. I watched that game. That quarterback, and he actually got moxie about himself. He's not a quitter. just because something didn't work, because that was a rough game to watch at first too. But I just so happened to have watched it because I don't know, I just turned it on and ended up watching. I was like, man, hold up, he a good quarterback. And then the way how he brought resilience back to that, because it was sort of ugly at first for him. He brought that team back with resilience, and that's what you really want to see in your quarterback, which also is another reason why I actually like Penix, even though I wanted defense on the draft. When I actually went and watched that boy tape, that boy carried that team. You can say what you want about Washington. Yeah, he got wide receivers. That boy carried, because the wide receiver can't do nothing. You see, O'Doones can't do nothing without a quarterback. So he carried that team, bro. Like, for real.
Andy carried Indiana while he was at Indiana. People think
Before he
Indiana
got
was just good this year, but while he was there, Indiana was relevant.
And if he had never got hurt,
he's a Tampa kid too.
Mike Vick. If he'd have never got hurt,
let's be
he'd have
real.
been Michael Vick.
You know who he say his favorite quarterback? He said outside of Vic, you know who his favorite quarterback is, right?
Nah, who?
Warren Moon. He talked about it. When he listed all those quarterbacks, Warren Moon was at the top of his list. And you think about this, fellas, and I talked about this Thursday. He goes to the University of Washington with Kalen DeBoer. Guess who's still in the city? Because he calls games for the Seattle Seahawks. You got Warren Moon. So Warren is always going back to Washington, his alma mater or whatnot, where he was a Rose Bowl MVP. He got snubbed out of the draft, which he should have been drafted. Let's be real on that. And when he came back to the league, you saw what he did. 5 Grey Cups in Canada, come to the league, and literally has Houston a game away from the Super Bowl. Literally, we had them as a playoff team. And he's won everywhere he went.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when you look at Warren is just one of those guys that was very respected. You know, a lot of people don't really know, like, Warren could run too. He was mobile, but the difference was Warren said, no, him and Doug Williams could both run. But guess what? They both had big arms, just like Penix. They letting you know we're athletes too, but we're quarterbacks first.
Yes.
And to me, I see a lot of Warren Moon and Michael Penix Jr. I see a lot of it.
And you see what he said on his presser, right? Yeah, people just open in the field. Everybody open. I'm like, how he see everybody open, but Kirk can't see it. That's how I knew it was down here then, because you got the rookie saying everybody open.
But he sees the game from a different perspective because he's not a small kid. He's actually got some height on him. Just got to get a little weight on him. But when you look at him, it's just like, it's literally like looking at Warren Moon all over again. I'm talking about Warren in his prime.
Yeah.
When he first got to Houston and he first started cooking or whatnot. That's what it looks like. So we might have a diamond in the rough, fellas.
Coach Terry, are you there? I got a question for you. So, and I know a lot of people don't remember this. There's a play where Doug Williams throws to one of his early receivers in Tampa Bay. I can't remember his name, but he knocked
Kevin House.
Remember, he knocked
Kevin
him
House.
The velocity was so hard. Yeah.
Kevin House.
I've met very few people who saw that, because I was a kid, but I remember seeing that pass, and it wasn't 5 yards, it was 20 yards. It was on a line, and he knocked him, like the velocity of the pass took him off his feet. I've never seen again. A lot of people don't know Doug Williams, that was one of the best arms ever. Like, I know he would break fingers. I know Elway would break fingers, but the velocity coming out of that arm, I've never seen a play like that ever.
That's what Peerless Price was saying about Mike Vick, why he couldn't catch none of his balls.
Yeah.
You know what Doug Williams' nickname was, right? The Grambling Gun. That was his nickname, the Grambling Gun. Now, I hate Grambling State. Always will. To hell with Grambling State. I don't like Grambling State like I don't like the Florida Gators. It is what it is. Y'all, listen, Grambling can rock for all I care. It's all about Southern University. That's why I say, look, I don't like Grambling. I don't like the Gators. I don't like the freaking New Orleans Saints. It is a true hate for them 3 teams for me.
I hear you, man.
That's why I'm telling you. But the thing I respect so much about their program, I talk trash about them, but I respect them so much. I love Coach Eddie Robinson.
Yeah.
Hated that he was at Grambling, but I just love him, man. He had 2 great he's had many great quarterbacks to play for him, but the 2 greatest quarterbacks, Doug Williams is one. It's another guy who had an arm that was stronger than Doug's. A lot of people don't talk about him that much. James Big Shaq Harris.
I remember him. I remember
led the Rams to 3 NFC championship games back in the 70s with Chuck Knox.
Yeah.
And he got replaced by Vince Ferragamo in 79.
Sure did.
So when you look at it, Penix is right in that figure in a long line of strong arm quarterbacks. But the best part about this is Penix don't deal with the BS and the stuff that those guys dealt with. He's gonna deal with his own BS now. We already know what's gonna happen.
Right.
But
right.
He's not gonna have to deal with some of the things that James Harris dealt with in 1968. Doug Williams dealt with in 1978. Think about it.
Right.
Tampa ran Doug Williams off, and they were abysmal until he got there. Him and Joe Gibbs.
They were terrible.
And just think about this, because Coach McGriff, he grew up a Falcons fan, but he also loved Doug Williams. He'll tell you about it because he educated me
back
about
in the day. They called them the Yuccaneers, not the Buccaneers.
Yeah, they did.
Remember, and Coach told me, he said the thing was Doug Williams, and it's true, it's in his story, was the lowest paid quarterback, even behind backups when he was a starter. They didn't want to pay him. And that was the reason why he left and went to the USFL, because they didn't want to pay him. Joe Gibbs was gone to San Diego at that time. He left. And this man led them to an NFC championship game. NFC championship game. And they won the Central Division under Doug Williams after they had went, what was it, 0-26?
0-26, yeah.
So at the end of the day, I look at it like this. I think Michael Penix Jr., folks, is going to have the same type of effect that a Warren Moon and Doug Williams have had on this team. That's just me.
Yeah.
That is just me. I know I might be putting a lot on his shoulders, but you know what? Why not? He's standing on those shoulders of those other guys that came before him anyway. So why not put that type of prestige on him? Because, young man, you coming into a city where you had a black quarterback that's on my left who had the city in his hand. And we still love him because I still rock his jersey to this day. We still love him, but you're going to deal with that pressure and you're going to hear whispers, and you got to keep your nose clean and you got to perform, man. You got a chance to take this city over and have it in your hand like Michael Vick did, man. You literally got the opportunity for that. And I want to pray.
I will say this.
Go ahead,
I will
Coach.
say this. This is right now kind of a prime time to get him going. This is the good time to kind of get him going because there's no film on Penix right now. Nobody can game plan because they don't have an idea of what he's going to do or what he's really capable of. They can just go look back at maybe preseason and some of his college, but he has nothing that they can really game plan against him right now. So he kind of has the advantage. So it's really imperative on his coordinator to really put him in situations that's going to do what he do best and do things before people get a book on him. So that's why I'm really encouraged, because this could be the run to help them win the division. And then they got a little bit on him, but they won't have anything that they can really build game plans around to stop him, because nobody has everything what he can truly do at this level. They got what he's done in the past, but they don't know what he can do at this level. So that's why I'm saying moving that pocket in the next couple of games, not making him a statue, and let him get out there and get comfortable. And then once these guys get confidence, because the NFL is all about confidence. Once them guys think that they can get something done, this team could go on a run. Nobody, remember the Giants. Nobody saw them or paid attention to them until they got to the Super Bowl. And then what is this? And then think about it. Eli's still not considered a Hall of Fame quarterback, but he played at a Hall of Fame level at the end of those seasons in those playoff runs. And Penix can do the same thing because he's a much better player.
Any final thoughts on this here? Because we got to get ready for game time. It's almost 1 o'clock. We got 6 minutes, so I'm gonna give y'all a minute apiece.
I think y'all didn't hear what I said. He's a better player than Eli, so that goes well for this team.
Yeah, I think we're on the precipice of something great. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's poetic that his name is Michael. That hasn't, hopefully, I don't think that's lost on anybody. And I'm excited, man. I'm giddy. Like I don't have any words of wisdom, just because I don't know. It's like you ever want something so bad you're afraid to jinx it, like you're afraid to speak on it. You know what I mean? Like for me, I love my Falcons. We got another quarterback that fits certain criteria. I'm not going to get into it, but you guys know what I'm saying. And I just really, I hope it goes well for him. I hope it goes well for the young fella. I hope he has a great debut. Ryan, to your point, I hope he can keep his nose clean. I hope when everything that comes with this position comes, that he's ready for it. But guys, I think we are on the precipice of something great. Look, we got weapons on offense. We got the right guy, Jerry Gray, calling defense. We're in a position to make some noise, and I just hope his debut goes well. Good luck, Michael. You got the city's hopes in your hands. Take care of it. Treat it with care. And go out there and kick some ass, man. That's all I got to say. Fellas, thank you for having me. I appreciate that. I got to drop. King Rich, Mr. McGriff, Ryan the Historian, I appreciate you, brother. And hey, man, go Falcons.
Tell them where they can find you at, man.
Oh, you almost forgot. Yeah. For my ATL Sports 1, the number 4, my ATL Sports, the number 1 on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe this show, as you know, Ryan is about that life. So, hey, man, good meeting you, Mr. McGriff. King Rich, good seeing you again, man. Hey, go Falcons.
Appreciate you, brother.
Hit up the website, Coach.
So,
King Rich.
Yeah.
I heard he said he was a little bit scared. That's what is that the pulse? Everybody kind of scared to speak on being excited about this man. I say you got to speak it into existence. I'm telling you,
I've been saying speaking that into existence.
The kid might be they might have had to push him out a little ahead of schedule, but he's got something special. The best way to predict what somebody's going to do in the future is look what they've done in the past. The kid has won everywhere he goes. Just don't give up on him, and people don't beat up on him because he makes some mistakes, because you're wanting to project what you want him to do and what you're actually seeing. Let that kid grow into the position. He is going to win. He is a winner. Everywhere he goes, he has won. Just don't put unrealistic expectations.
But one thing I love about Penix, after watching that college film and going back and watching some of his games, he's smart enough to rely on his running backs and his tight ends. I did notice. Yeah. So in my mind, Kyle Pitts may finna have a monster 3 games, because you have a 6'6" tight end where if the play breaks down and you just don't see it, you can shove it out to him or just shove it out to your running back and just let him. Man, look, I'm ready.
I'm going to give you this because you're talking about Pitts. I'm going to say it like this, like I said Thursday. Guess what? Mr. Pitts, you got a quarterback now, sir. You got a real quarterback. You got a real quarterback that's not on the decline. You got a young guy who's got a gun for an arm who's going to put it on you. Here's my thing. Don't run lazy routes with this kid, because now it's going to really look like it's on you at this point. Because we give you – here's the thing. I think Brock Bowers made it hard for you because Brock has had 3 bad quarterbacks, as we said Thursday. 3 bad quarterbacks, and he's still leading the league in receptions for a tight end. And he's a rookie about to break. He already broke the reception record. He's about to break the yardage record that Mike Dick has set. He's about to break it within these next few games. Now, you have a quarterback that's going to be able to get you the ball. You're going to have to put yourself in positions to where you're going to have to give yourself up for some of these passes. You got to start being the face of this franchise and being a leader in this franchise and teaching this young guy, because you've been here for 4 years. You've seen bad football play the whole time you've been here. You went through an injury. Guess what? That kid's gone through 2 knee injuries, just like you. You went through 1. So at the end of the day, it's like this. You got to get on the same page with him. We need you to produce, because you're a 4th-round pick, man. We expect big things from you at this point, because now you got somebody who can get you the ball and who can open it up for you. And we need that production from you, big dog. Now, I'm not the biggest Pitts fan, never will be, but he rocking these red and black colors. Guess what? It's logo business for me. I need him to do good. I need him to help us win games.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep – and look, you don't have to like everybody you work with or play with. That's just what it is. Or follow. But we are going to pull for you because you rocking that Falcon logo, baby. It's what it is. I'm going to criticize you, but guess what? You ball out, my praise will be just as high as my criticism is. I don't ever shy away from that. My praise will be just as high. So with that being said, folks, I want to thank King Rich for coming through, Coach McGriff. Thank you guys for coming through the pregame meal. I got the halftime report coming up. Listen, enjoy
Please
the
hit up
game.
the website.
And yeah, also hit up a Militech, please. Hit up a Militech. If you're college football coaches, high school football coaches, check out the information and the gear that they have, because they're gonna get you right. They're definitely gonna get you right and get
If
your
you want to
program
win,
into
if you want to
the
win
future.
going forward, if you want to win going forward, you come see the future.
So we definitely appreciate you guys for coming through, and we definitely love y'all. Y'all come back through during the halftime report. Check us out, and then I expect to have a party line today. I ain't even talking benediction. I expect to have a party line today, folks.
Me too.
I'm speaking that
Party
into
line
existence.
today.
So Raheem, handle your business. Get this guy right. Let's get this dub, and we'll definitely see you guys at the halftime report and then after the game for the party line. This has been the pregame meal. I'm the historian Ryan Walker. You know how we get down. You either get right or you get left. Peace.